do about it. But in Earth mode, he is absolutely devastating because there's the trailer right there. Zed-Band is interesting because we don't see him terribly often, and he usually is a counter pick. But
I've seen some Zed main style on people before, though.
It is done.
Zed is one of those really high skilled champions. For anybody who's seen the legendary Faker play where he just takes a huge steaming dump on Ryu, that clip, that's what you can do if you're really good at Zed.
And the brave Draven lock-in immediately from Poppy Pills. That is confidence right there. But when you have the mustache macho man of the hour, can you say no to his gloriousness? Now, something interesting is the Black Death did ban 2 mid laners.
Ooh,
so
that's
I'm very curious
brave.
as to who goes mid lane.
The Twitch
for
locked in
Makoto.
into the Draven. Twitch does not have a good matchup in Draven, but having been both a Twitch and a Draven main in the past, Ormas locking in the Thresh really quick. I think he's picking that for Jade, who is, as we all know, a Thresh main. Locking that in really quick, as Thresh is probably the most contested support pick at this time.
Which was free. Lazy could have picked the Thresh, but instead decided to go with the Nautilus. So,
yeah, I don't know if that's going to be Nautilus top, Nautilus jungler, or Nautilus support. It could be any of the 3.
Ooh, and a flex pick with the Gragas as well. He doesn't play a great support,
jungle.
Jungle or top, he's very, very comfortable with. And I was going to say is that interesting thing here is that they banned the Zed and the Malzahar and did not pick a mid laner. So the Syndra was picked up. Now Orianna is a counter to Syndra, at least plays decently into the Syndra. And there are banned a champion either. Oh, Jax, the last second banned away the Jax. I was kind of confused with what's going on.
I shall endure.
And the Anivia banned out against Phantom of Temp. I love that! Somebody has done their homework. Phantom of Temp plays an excellent Anivia. We actually had a highlight reel, we call them the epic plays, that I posted earlier last week, or late last week, I guess, early this week, late last week, and then Anivia being banned away from Phantom of Temp on that.
Reed's looking to show something spicy, apparently. We're wondering what that's going to be.
Spicy. I'm trying to think of all of the people that have the most spicy things. Probably Leona, because there's a cook Leona. Oh, it's Baker Pantheon!
I don't know. He's not really spicy. He's more steamy, you know, kind of well-smoked, roasted. Huh, who's spicy? You've got Firefox, Warwick,
Brand, Annie,
definitely. All of those are spicy. Definitely kind of smoldering, a good smoky aftertaste.
We don't have any memes though, so there won't be any spicy memes being played this game. Is the Azir picked up by Phantom of Temp? That is courageous, as Azir is a very hard champion to play into the Syndra as well.
Picking up the Vi or Mask, picking up a Vi. We don't see Vi very often on this stream, but she's also she's a very effective champion in solo queue, just because she can engage from half a mile away and really lock down and eliminate one target if she gets ahead. Poppy picked up by Lego Masters, that hyper scaling tank.
Three back on the Yasuo, but this is for a different lane more than likely. This is for a top lane Yasuo. Now, the interesting thing is that Steelif did state that his mouse was giving him trouble, so I'm interested in knowing if that was fixed, if the issue was taken care of, or if we will have the same 8-0 Yasuo with mouse issues in the top lane versus the Poppy. Definitely a lot more kill potential, but that Poppy got so tanky in that last game. We'll see if Lego Master can do it again this time.
I do believe it is your pick, my dear Timo-headed Jake.
Ooh, it is going to be a tough one because we don't have any of the miracle plays of Midnight or Lord Reeves, and Flag and Drag is not in this game as well. Phantom of Temp on a new champion, some serious lineups coming out from both for the engage, the disengage, everything. It is really, really hard to say. But I think in the end, I'm probably going to give it over to Indecisive. I gotta give it over to Team Makoto. And the reason is mostly for that Twitch late game. Is that even if Twitch loses out in the early game, as long as they can stifle the snowball of a Draven or Syndra, late game Twitch's damage, especially with the tanky front line of a Nautilus and Gragas, should be able to be enough to use that spray and pray, get the damage down. Super late game Twitch coming in huge. The other thing is that there isn't a huge number of opportunities for Yasuo ultimate, but I believe both the Azir knockback and the Gragas ultimate as well, explosive casket, are considered knockups, and Yasuo can ult off of those.
More the one I was looking at was Nautilus's ultimate point click.
That is true. I'm missing that. So they do have 3 champions, all that have with their ultimates the knockup capabilities. So Yasuo doesn't have to use the tornado for that engage. And they have a great CC line for Twitch to get the damage down. But the key is going to be protecting against the Syndra and the Draven with their insane assassination potential, and somehow answering this Poppy and Vi that are going to be so tanky, it's going to be nearly impossible to get through them.
Yeah, so I like what you said there, Jake. You've got really good front-to-back team fighting coming out of Makoto. Strong carries on both sides, both Azir and Twitch hyperscale in the late game. However, I'm going to go with McRibs simply because you do have the Draven in the lane, and Twitch is an awful matchup with the Draven. If he survives the lane without bleeding out too many kills, it's possible that they can win there. But if Draven gets 1, 2, 3, 4 kills in lane, he's the most gold efficient AD carry as kills are concerned. And in the top lane, if Greedy on the Yasuo doesn't get super far ahead, Poppy's going to just rush a Thornmail and he's not going to be able to do anything. So secondly, I'm not so sure about how this Azir is going to do. Simply because it is a very difficult champion to play.
Very difficult.
I have played him in the past. He is very technically complex and making really good. Like, you see LCS players mess up their Azir combos all the time. And I don't know, maybe Phantom of Tempt is the next NA Faker. Maybe he's going to prove me wrong, but just based on champion difficulty, Syndra is a lot less demanding to get the kills off of.
Now, so a little bit complicated. Syndra's not the easiest champion to just pick up and take into mid lane.
Miss all your skill shots, press R.
But you definitely a little bit easier than the Azir. And the thing that I'm interested in noting is that one of the things about Azir, that because people don't play him very often, is that it can be complicated and you can lose sight of those sand soldiers. And so you throw a sand soldier down, maybe you shift it towards the back line. As long as you're somewhere around the corner, you can continue to attack with those sand soldiers. And I see many AD carries or people, squishy backliners, get their health massively chunked out because of just not paying attention to where those sand soldiers are hiding and attacking from. But we'll see if Phantom of Tempt can do it, as his Anivia was banned away from him, and now he will be on that Azir. The other thing I want to watch is this top lane of the Yasuo versus Poppy. A lot of people made an excellent point as well, is that once Poppy builds Thornmail, it's so hard for the damage dealing Yasuo to actually cut through that to get enough damage to push that Poppy out. We saw Lego Master in the last game do nothing but just go top lane, farm away, and continue to push it, and actually got more damage on the tower. I believe got that first tower down before anything else, and potentially could lock Yasuo into being stuck top lane, just playing wave clear duty, never be able to engage in the rest of the team, where he wants to be getting those assassination kills on the Draven, Syndra, maybe even Vi.
We got the Black Death not connecting yet. Do we have another Briar Toaster incident?
Yes, we'll have to see if we've got the hamsters on their wheels, cooking away, as it were. There's the Black Death, logging with Vandal Twitch. Excellent skin there.
The fervor of battle being taken by the Twitch is both very ambitious and almost foolhardy in this lane, I would say. Just because he's going to take a ton of harass from the Draven if the Draven is played properly. We've seen Poppy Pills take over games on Draven before. His mechanics are fairly strong. And one thing I do like seeing, I don't like Fervor on Draven personally, simply because stacking it is a little bit difficult. And most of the time, especially in the early game, when you're auto attacking people, it becomes you barely get 8 auto attacks down before they're dead. So it's more cost efficient, or I guess you should call it skill efficient, if you have Warlord's Bloodlust both for the speed and the heal in the early game.
I think I moved the champions into the correct roles in the most inefficient and highest number of clicks possible without repeating any switches.
Not Draven.
That was pretty bad. It was pretty hilarious. But we do have both lanes moving out now. There might be some level 1 cheese from Team McRibs as they are headed towards this mid lane. There are pings for them to sneak around the corner. I'm interested in knowing whether Jade is going to start with that hook or whether it will be the flay. We do see Nautilus as well coming down. They could find it. Oh, he's going to get the vision
Flash
down.
hook.
Is it going to be the flash flay or the hook? Debugging kind of get himself caught between the area. Oh, dodges the hook as well. So not a hard hook to dodge, but it stops all of the engage from McRibs. Everyone forced to back off. Now, fortunately, they were engaging, moving it early enough that everyone should be able to get to the lanes. Not too much issue.
Report Thresh, missing hook.
Missing hook, AFK hook.
Yep.
That'd actually be a hilarious graphics edit. If anyone's good at graphics editing, which I am and I could do it, is to do a milk carton and have you seen me and just put Thresh's hook. We have a missing hook issue, but we'll see if Debugging Lazy can get in those hooks instead with that massive anchor of horrific damage. He looks so huge in comparison to that 4 Twitch.
Yeah, just don't drop the anchor on Squish the Rat.
Squish. Now Black Death, I would say, is playing a very cheesy champion because rats do love their cheese. But it is going to be, I actually like this from McRibs.
Lane swap.
And McRibs going, taking away the red buff from Team Makoto, and there was no vision by the enemy team, so they had no idea that happened. However, Poppy Pills and Jade being very aggressive here, and the fact that Poppy was missing might alert Gragas to the fact that they were already out there. Hooking around onto the Twitch. The Black Death just going to immediately start poking away onto Poppy Pills, helping the Twitch. Potions have been popped. Now, he did start with that Doran's Blade, so it does not have the lifesteal that you would want from that.
It's not lifesteal.
Not lifesteal, but the healing from Doran's Shield.
Yeah, Doran's Shield is definitely superior buy into any lane. Hold on, level 2 all in.
Yes, they get the hook down onto the Nautilus. Heal has been forced out. Flash, Ignite ticking away. They're going to hook right back in, but First Blood to the Draven. Flay coming down as well. The Black Death taking a massive amount of damage. Forced to back off on that one. And they will not continue that fight in the top lane. Phantom Attempt looking for the Pogue. Lego Master going to go in, trying to get the slam into the wall. Only level 2. Flash being forced out of that Azir.
Yeah, and Twitch is in a very rough spot underneath this tower. If he gets hooked, that's another kill. Draven, one of the biggest early game bullies in the game, and right now he's just wishing he had Doran's Shield, because the superiority of Doran's Shield. Hold on, are we going to see a solo kill?
Almost in the mid lane. Greedy going in onto the Sivir. Might be enough. Soul Fight going to get the Ignite down. Will it be a kill? Nice little knock up there. However, the Vi around the corner. Knockify the Flash. One more tower shot. Oh, Soul Fight's very low health. Greedy is playing with death. Both of them around the corner as Vi decides to back off. Oh, the Nautilus tips the wall, goes really deep. He gets hooked back in himself, not exactly what he wants. Still only level 2, does not have the AoE slow that he wants when engaging in this team fights. Vi coming in is going to find Greedy. Not going to be able to do that, dashing through the red buff, ticking away. That might be enough tower shots down. This Greedy is greedy for farm and damage. This Gragas coming in from around the corner.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see this Draven recall. He got First Blood, and he needs to pour on some shields, or not shields, daggers. Not daggers, dang it. Long swords, that one. The one that gives damage. And really snowball his lead, get some more pressure down onto the Twitch, force him out of lane, and just zone him away.
Yeah, the Black Death definitely sticking around is going to be able to pick up a little bit of farm, but has to play so incredibly safe. Will still continue to lose out a little bit by little bit on that farm. Nautilus is still not level 3. Wants to have that AoE slow for engaging or disengaging because it is so powerful. Looks like the bot lane from McRibs will finally recall in that lane. In the mid lane, Syndra being pushed out of lane. It was forced to back first, picking up that Dark Seal, and Yasuo getting a little bit ahead on the farm.
Ooh, the Dark Seal disrespect. I like it. That and I just hate Yasuo as a champion. I despise it.
Despise it?
Yeah, Chad, the wind wall just tilts me so hard because I'm a Jhin mage, and then there's this wind wall, and it eats all the
damages
shots.
have been stopped forever.
Yep, let's see. In the top lane, we've got Poppy doing Poppy things. Pretty much nothing's happening in the top lane, so we're going to go elsewhere. Now, keep in mind that Azir doesn't have flash. So a return gank from the Vi up top would be advised. There's no way for Azir to really escape. He does have the slide and glide. But if
Shurima Shuffle.
Yeah, if he's out of mana or he uses his soldiers aggressively, that'd be a perfect time for Vi to come and engage. She can even follow that into the ultimate once she gets 6.
Yeah, well that's the thing, is that Vi is definitely going to want to continue to farm with the jungle as fast as possible, hit that level 6, make sure that she can get those engages. There's the slow on to Poppy Pills. There's no supporters. Thresh is in the mid lane. They could decide to go very aggressive in the bot lane. Greedy now in the mid lane. Does put up the wind wall. Ooh, stops the hook. Very nicely done. Ignite ticking away. But we have seen this Yasuo play so dangerously with so little health. Did not die and actually forced the Syndra to back out. Will continue to stay with the Thresh coming in from the side. No flash available on this Yasuo. There's the stun. Going to be the kill.
There's
the
no
level
wind
6.
wall.
That is death. As Greedy goes down. Just the outplay from Soulfight. Doing an excellent job of getting the stun into the slow, into the ult. Nothing to do.
Hook on the Jade.
Yeah, not a whole lot going to happen there. Black Death trying to play so safe. However, going to find himself getting access to the face as Jade supportal combat right now. But the hook misses.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think that this Nautilus is landing more hooks than Thresh.
Yeah, but Nautilus, if you count Nautilus hooks onto the wall, he's hit a couple of those that almost got him killed. Yeah, let's see. In the bottom lane, you have the advantage going over the Draven, about 10 CS, as well as a kill, which is somewhat dangerous on the Draven once he gets his hands on that first item, the Death's Dance. He just becomes an eye upon them.
Now, I do gotta make a comment here and say it was a really nice play from Jade on that Thresh to grab the minion and pull it closer for Poppy Pills so that the Draven didn't have to walk aggressively into the minion wave, could potentially take damage or be engaged upon by the Nautilus, Twitch auto-attacking. So instead, Jade, playing it safe, decides to get that hook, pull that minion in, and allow Poppy Pills to get that farm free of harass. However, he's going to get harassed now, almost gets hooked in by debugging. However, the damage is down. They should be able to kill even with the flash. Poppy Pills picks up one. Around the corner here comes Gragas. Diak looking for the damage. Are they going to find the
double kill?
Double kill, but Twitch gets the execution on that, and now the flash from Jade. No mana, but Gragas says no masa and walks away. That did not work
so
right.
the
No matter. That's what's up.
yeah. So the Gragas now is gank, really baiting in his counterparts. Wow, I didn't know that Windfall stops Scatter the Lead. That's Phantom of Temp
Everything.
going in. Really?
Ooh.
Poppy out damages freaking Azir? That's not fair.
Well, I think it's a little less out damaging and a little more of just not taking any damage. You can out damage anybody poking them to death if you just never get hurt yourself. But yeah, wins that 1v1 in the top lane. Now, the other thing to note is that Azir did start by getting more attack speed, so has not built damage per se yet, whereas that Poppy just built more health. So might actually be killed now. One more auto attack, that's a great ultimate. There's the stun now onto the Yasuo in the mid lane. He's gonna flash to safety. Flash forced to be used. I think he got the wind wall up in time to stop the ultimate, or at least break some of the ultimate of Sulfite. So a beautiful wind wall by him, still forced to flash. Not going to have that up for the next engage, which is Vi now coming in, dived around the corner. Is she going to go in deep? She is. Gragas going to come in as well. Tries to throw down the barrel and gets it with the knock-up on top of it. The Yasuo going in huge, going to pick up one, going to pick up two on the Sulfite. It's now the crit from the Gragas. Not going to be enough. Can he get the last? Oh, that's all he needs, and he does. Just with one hand, elbows that Syndra down, and that's going to be now 3 kills to Team Makoto as McRibs started to get 1,500 gold in the lead.
But this Draven is slowly getting out of control.
3-1. Also during the middle of that, thank you Sulfite for the follow. At least I believe it was you, unless it was somebody else. It was Larfy. Welcome Larfy. Thank you for the follow. As debugging is going to take a lot of damage. He's backing off. The Black Death may go down. One more auto attack, and Jade picks that up. It's the support stealing away the kill. That's what you have to do when you're playing with the Draven, is take all of Draven's kills.
Yeah,
Force him to stack up that gold.
It's very unfortunate that that Jade ended up getting that kill. Getting Draven snowballed because his passive doesn't proc unless it actually gets the last hit. Unfortunate, but getting that Twitch down means that he loses more CS. This wave's going to go into the tower. That's probably going to be the missed stun, means that Yasuo might go aggressive onto this Syndra, knowing that she doesn't have the hard CC or the disengage potential. And never mind, the stun is back up now.
Yeah, not huge, but Greedy is looking for a little extra damage. A little wind wall there, not going to worry or phase Syndra. She's just going to float right through it. The stun coming down onto the Azir.
How many times has Phantom been stunned against that particular spot?
Probably the answer, too many.
There's got to be a greasy smear where his face is pounded into it.
The Gragas may go down here, not going to happen too much. But Twitch coming in, could be huge spray and fray, could go down. Looks like they're going to take up one. Draven nowhere to be seen. Yasuo picking up 2. Now 3 and 2, starting to build some of those crit items. Black Death coming in towards the mid lane, debugging here for the tank if they decide to dive the tower. Draven coming around the side, popping pills, looking for the damage onto Greedy. One more auto attack could be enough. Decides to back off from that. There's the ultimate going down. Oh, wind wall! Last second to stop that from going down.
That was pretty scary.
I gotta say, Greedy has played really in the face of everybody, but the main thing is that those wind walls have been so critical. Both keeping him alive and stopping some serious engages. Spray and pray being used by
Sulfite managed to stun Twitch as he dropped his ultimate, so he didn't get any value out of it. But it's a big deal. The only
couple of bottles in the minions.
He got, well, no value by attacking Syndra. That was the kill if he managed to get 2 or 3. But more importantly, with that ultimate down for Twitch, he has no effective way to fight this Dragon. At level 6, Twitch does have a little bit of ability to fight back, because he can simply outrange and outkite the Draven. If it's just immaculate play, but without that, he doesn't have any prayer except to sit under tower and pray.
Pray, but no spray. Orma's coming in for a gank on the Greedy. He does have the red buff, just going to dash right through. Did not get an auto it down, and that is going to be death. Blue buff on Sulfite, looking for the stun. Oh, dashing to the river, and Ku gets out.
And
nicely played.
0 map awareness from the bot lane. They could have cut off, and it would have been another kill onto the Yasuo, who's currently on a killing spree.
Yeah, Greedy now coming right back towards the mid lane, scene of the crime and most of the action for this game, as this Vi continues to hang around, looking for an ultimate onto someone.
Yeah, I'm both liking and hating this roaming out of Twitch, because he's falling so far behind in the CS department that he's delaying his late game scaling. The fact that he's going Bork in and of itself means that he's going to be delaying his scaling a lot. Bork is not that great of an item right now. It's just, it gives you a 1-item power spike, and at one point it was just ridiculously broken. But right now you really want to be rushing your crit. Crit is so powerful right now. Once you get that 3-item power spike, you just become unstoppable, and your front-to-back team fighting really turns on. It looks like some pressure onto this Wind Drake, but no one really cares. It's a Wind Drake.
Yeah, interesting that in the last game, nobody went for a Mountain Drake, which is a little bit more of a critical Drake, and this time with the Wind Drake, I feel like there's probably going to be less priority to grab it, but No Rift Heralds grabbed either. Phantom of Temp is just farming from massive distance away. 20 farm behind, this is horrific. Is going to knock Toby right back into the turret. However, Assault and Battery being used. The Flash forced out. The Streamer Shuffle not going to be going down to the bot lane. Quick trying to get the damage. They were able to pick up, nobody. As the Thresh Lantern Dark Passage pulls Poppy Pills in, debugging, knows that he's dead. Decides to just go ahead and hang out. And now the hook and the flay onto the Gragas. are not going to get the kill. But in the mid lane, that's the Soul Fight trying to get what damage he can. Greedy going in underneath the turret. Decides to back off from that one. So kills across the board for Team McRibs as they're looking for maybe another one. That blue buff has stayed on the Syndra for so long this game.
Oh, that's a hook.
That might be dead as he gets played into a ton of minions. The tower there as well. Tries to flash in for the auto. Does not get that crit attack down. Is Jade able to walk away from that one using the explosive casket just to disengage.
But he did flash forward to try and get that kill.
Oh, flash is being used by Soul Fight. However, just dodges on the stun. Yeah, that happens. Now Greedy.
So much flash.
All of the flash. Thought that he could flash Tornado Soul Fight. However, Dyak with the blue buff coming in from the side, looking for the engage, is going to get stunned. The Ignite going down, body slam immediately into the ultimate. Last breath. That Yasuo is still alive. His Vi is now chasing in. Having finished off the Gragas, but that is a couple extra kills.
Where's the Draven ult?
2 for 1.
Ult.
Yeah, no true vision on the Yasuo. No way to know where he was going. Throw that ultimate down.
Yeah, some pretty good plays on both sides of the mid.
Whirling Death, that's what it's called.
Yes.
So 11 kills, 2-7, about just a little shy of 3,000 gold in the lead. McRibs still a pretty good hold on this game.
And there's another reason smear of
right back into the turret. The Lego Master taking a bit of damage, but he is so tanky. And the other thing is, that's even crazier. Building, I'm not a terribly big fan of the adaptive helm. However, it is effective when you're being hit with a lot of spam spells like this Zir. In the mid lane, Poppy Pill's very low health. Greedy wants the kill. Oh, he gets the kill too.
Yeah, the thing about it is that he should have just gone ham for that kill because he lost track of the fact that he had Death to Dance. He already had the 30% bleed on him. So the way Death's Dance works is that it takes 35% of your damage.
This is going to knock him immediately in the last breath.
And Jade saves his
and
life.
Pulls the Gragas right back in underneath the turret. The damage is down, but can Dyak, this one, cannot. Soul Fight picking up the kill. No one while saving that time. And that's going to be the Yasuo going down as well. And Team McRibs is cleaning up this 3-4-3. Poppy comes high just to...
That was a clutch play out of Thresh. The
Lantern into hook.
Save on the Syndra, the hook and the flay back into tower, forcing out the Gragas barrel, and that might be a dead rat.
The flash has been used, but looks like Poppy Pills just going for the farm, which he is now 20 over this Twitch and continuing to slowly grow that lead. Caught vision of Twitch just before very visible and was able to keep him from that recall. Now he still is getting recall, but it's going to be so far back.
Yeah, Twitch still hasn't completed a first item, whereas Draven has the first item and VS Sword as well as completed boots. Just very far in the lead right now. So Poppy Pill's doing work for his team, really delaying the lane game scaling of Twitch. Getting first is that first tower? I do believe it is. No, it's second tower. Twitch managed to get the first tower gold. That's pretty massive for him, considering how far behind he is.
Actually, look at the gold graph I click here. 2,000 gold behind. That's still
pretty disgusting. As a 2,000 gold lead team wide is usually a large deficit.
Top lane, almost equal, no surprises there. Jungle Vi in the lead by about 6. I'm not counting that up. 600. In the mid lane, nice win wall. Yeah, he's just kind of hanging out with.
And that
nobody. Oh, there's the last breath underneath the turret. No, Draven doing some serious damage. That hook gonna cause the death sentence of the Yasuo. And now Dyak on the run with the Assault and Battery, gonna keep him from going anywhere. He did not get out of this one. Fat Man going down. Ormas picking up that one. And that is a 2-4-1. Once again, Jade's hooks and lanterns coming in massive.
Draven's stand aside was so clutch right there. It was just disgusting. Hold on. Oh, wait.
Just the disengage from these here.
Yeah. It hit 3 people getting Soul Fight out of range of death there, causing forcing out the Nautilus onto Soul Fight, and then forcing the what is that, last breath to be used underneath the tower rather than outside of tower range. That made it a 1-for-1 trade rather than a straight up pick. And then forcing the second fight, pretty much all of the damage that Team Makoto has is focused onto this Yasuo.
Oh, the Mega Master tanking away this turret.
Doesn't even care.
Does not take any damage. This is the second game in a row we've seen this Poppy hold an enemy top laner.
He's just standing there in the middle of 3 sand soldiers.
Hasn't done too much damage to the turret, but really doesn't care. He's just kind of holding pressure in this top lane. Now he's drawing pressure from the rest of the map as Yasuo moves up here. Can Greedy get the tornado
and the
down?
dash to the minion?
It's going to straight dash to the Poppy as they now push in, maybe looking for this top lane turret. Rift Herald is not available, so they're going to have to knock it down by hand.
Right. Yeah. Right now, it's just going to be pressure on the Skeleton, maybe. Some support coming top, but really nothing going to come of that roam from the Yasuo. And the match's going to reset.
5,000 golden lead from McRibs.
2 turrets to 1 in the favor of McRibs right now. And the 5,000 gold, 2,000 of it is concentrated on the 80 carry, which is exactly where they want it. And is it going to be a flank? Hook!
Oh, wind wall, nicely stopping. I want to say that hook was actually in the middle of the wind wall. That's kind of a little odd graphics, hard to see from our current angle. But wind wall, once again, coming in clutch from Greedy on that Yasuo. However, they are going to get the hook out. Really nice hook right behind the minion.
Forcing out the Azir ultimate for like the 58th time.
Yeah, that's just going to continue on. They still stay fairly even farm, about 10 farm up on Poppy, but it hasn't grown really at all. Nice hook onto the Syndra's ultimate, not quite going to land. Poppy Bill's being forced to flash. The Gragas is there. The kills are down. Can they get out of this one? Greedy now moving in, looking for the kill. Oh, this Raven is coming in huge, but Twitch gonna finish him off. Double kill, and then moving on to Jade. Can be bugging, get the hook down. Has the mana. That's
there's
the hook. Guy's looking for the body slam as well. Then no, the bottom. The shield is down. Can he escape? One more tower shot. Oh, damage, finishing him off. And Thresh, Jade is on top of it. And what I love is the fact that he is just so visually aware. Could have hooked debugging underneath the turret. That was the main cause of damage. Could have tried to grab or play Black Death, but instead said, this Gragas is the one that I want. He's the lowest health. He is going to go down. Now Nautilus on the run. The Poppy here gets the smite down with the help of Mormas. And that's going to be the Vi picking up another kill.
Yeah, and
5 and 3 on that Vi.
I mean, kills on Devi is not a bad thing. She's going to be mainly responsible for zeroing out this Twitch in the late game. Twitch, as everyone knows, hyperscaling 80 carry. His ultimate makes him the best carry in the game for 5 seconds. Here comes the stand aside. Oh, now steadfast presence. No! Trying to. There's the ultimate.
Yeah,
and that's the end of that, guys.
Welcome back to the top lane shenanigans where we see the same thing over and over and nothing ever changes.
Cooldown on that ultimate.
I can show you a much more easier way of doing that. Much more easier way. You just click here. So, you can actually click on the champion. Welcome to Shoutcasting Education 101 as Greedy
in the mid lane. Spectator mode.
Spectator mode. Oh, that's part of Shoutcasting. Going in, he is very greedy, but there is the Gragas right around the corner for the extra damage. Zanyas has been used, however, the Thresh
Oh, Lord!
This Lantern by Jade continues to defy logic, but that was a nice knockout. The flash being forced by the Ormas ultimate from the Nautilus coming in, knocking people up. The Gragas trying to tank away, but he might go down as Chaos across the map. Draven coming in from the side, but the Nautilus is straight in on him. The Azir picking up 2. He is untouched through this fight. Greedy still alive around the corner. Phantom attempt with the red buff. Going to be slowing down everybody, moving it onto Lego Master. Nice hook onto the Syndra again. That's going to be Soul Fight going down. Phantom attempt not picking up a third kill of the game. The top laners have engaged in the fight because both turrets went down. We now have a game on our hands. 3,000 gold difference between these two teams.
Very disappointing positioning out of Poppy Pills right there. He came in unguarded from the
I got
side
this!
and then just completely got destroyed. So that's ceding a lot of McRibs map control, unless of course the Black Death is executed by Red Buff, which would be quite hilarious in my opinion.
Should be Mountain Drake picked up by Makoto. Not too much difficulty there. Phantom attempt still like spamming away on it though. I guess. And no spike, but it does get it. So, not real.
So apparently our mic is too loud.
Is that him? When you shout, the audio is cracking hard. I got excited! Alright, calm down. It's awesome. Alright, I'll try to curb my excitement just a little bit. But, game's still not too far difference in the gold. But that last fight, especially the Azir picking up 3 kills, is huge. Now has the Rise Crystal Scepter for the slows addition. Blade King and Hurricane finished by this Twitch, so late game damage will be nice. Static Shift and Phantom Dancer, 2 crit items finished on this Yasuo, so they are looking for at least a couple of fights as McRibs finish off a couple of strong items as well. That Poppy, the Thornmail, and Dr. Helm is not going to go down.
Yeah, she's here to stay.
But you see that 0 right here? I don't think that's ever going to change.
Yeah, unless of course her team just completely dissolves, but she's definitely going to be the last one to go down unless she just gets picked for no reason. Very difficult to 0 out of Poppy, one of the hardest scaling tank champion in the game. So we've got Azir and Twitch, both scaling up nicely, and those are the win conditions for Team Makoto. If they manage to be protected in front-back team fighting, there's not much of a way that Team McRibs can win. We will have to see if Poppy Pills can make use of his advantage with good positioning. Really, that's going to be the key in the next fight, because Poppy was right in the middle of the fight, and he came into the side and was really effectively a frontliner, but didn't have any help.
Right. Now, Twitch is kind of a similar way. Positioning is going to be Jade on top of these hooks. Doesn't go in on anything, but still able to prove his prowess once again on this fresh stun from the Syndra. Going to be dodged out. Nice hook landing on the Poppy, though. That is that tanky front line, which you don't really care too much for.
Yeah, but that is the Dark Passage used, so that could be critical when Soul Fight gets hooked again, because he's been eating those like he's at a buffet.
Yes, we were a bit earlier tonight. It was quite tasty, but I don't think that the Nautilus anchor smashing into your teeth is going to be very tasty. And that Azir gets big damage, put on the turret as well, so now they have some defense on their back. That Jade might go down, throws out the ultimate. That's a 2-man stun. The Poppy knocking people way back. That Yasuo is out of the fight. It's currently a 4v5. The ult from Draven, Whirling Death, I was trying to think of the name, comes through, doesn't hurt too much, and the siege will continue. Waves are pushing for Team McRibs in the top and bottom side, so eventually Makoto's going to have to respond. It looks like they want to continue to just try to push in. The one problem is they don't have anybody with massive long-distance range. Even Azir on the Sand Soldiers is about the closest you get from long-distance damage onto the turret, as Twitch has to be so safe. Yeah, but that's pretty hefty use for all.
Yeah, a little bit. But Twitch actually can outrange towers with his ult. It is true. So if you want to ult that tower and get it down a little bit, it's totally worth it, considering it's like a 90-second cooldown or something like that. You get 6 auto attacks.
There you go. So, Frozen Heart picked up from this Nautilus, trying to slow down the attack speed of both the Vi and the Draven. Not really too worried about the Poppy. Decided to go with those mobility boots, get those extra vision wards in the jungle with the Sightstone. Thresh, going the Locket of Iron Solari route, wants to be in the middle of the fight, throwing down that ultimate, the box, to slow everybody when they walk through those walls. He's going to try to look for a kill. There's a flash play on the Phantom of 10. No chance to do anything. He is immediately wiped as the Sivir did get, not Sivir, the Syndra did get the ultimate down. However, Soulfight very low health himself. Time to play a little bit safe. Thresh throwing out the hook again onto this Gragas. This is nuts. As debugging gets popped out. Hobbs will pick up that one last, but not going to touch anyone as everyone gets destroyed. This Draven doing massive damage. Spray and pray has come through. Everybody is so low health. Jade tanking up the turret. That is 4 kills to none. These health bars are blinking so much red. But Gragas afraid to go in. Besides, let some of them recall at least. Is going to get knocked off to the side of the tower. Let's go down to the flash bot, and he does get the smite onto the Syndra for the kill. That's one way to guarantee a kill.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. And the questionable TP coming into the mid lane, there wasn't enough pressure under the turret to warrant the investment of that very long cooldown spell.
Azir wanted to make sure that he got these minions. Phantom Temp was like, I have a 40 CS lead over the Syndra. I'm not going to let it get any less than that. Got to keep my minion farm up. Even heads to the jungle, so picking up jungle farms to keep it up. But still, 4,000 gold in the lead for Team McRibs. Looking to continue to push this game in, but not quite at a place we saw in that last fight to actually be able to close out the game. Probably going to need to get a Baron. Now the vision is in favor of Team McRibs on that Baron. They've got the control ward down so they can see Makoto comes around. But both teams deciding to continue just to play it slow as we are pushing past the 30-minute
Drake
mark.
Coming up in 2 seconds. 1 second, it's a lie. It's an Infernal Drake.
Ooh.
So I'm anticipating a good amount of focus. There's a lot of wards down for Team Makoto. However, the sweeper coming in clutch from Ormath, catching 3 wards, clearing out all the vision from Makoto, but they're rotating down very quickly, and Poppy is not in position for this fight. This is a 4v5.
There's going to be the Nautilus trying to come
Hook onto
behind.
the
Draven onto the Draven, knock up as well. Immediately the last breath, Draven is gone. Poppy kills Pop. As now the Azir comes in from the side looking for the AoE damage. He's able to pick up 2. He's looking for a 3rd. However, that center tanky member, Syndra, though, is here looking for the damage. Azir is going to be picked up. Syndra picking that one up. Nautilus debugging around the corner. He says, I'm back. You knocked me out, but you can only do that once a fight. And now the drag is tanking away, losing a lot of health. The stun coming down on top of that. So Greedy trying to get what damage he can over the wall with the static shift. Proc goes up the wind wall, stopping a lot of people getting through that small section. Stun not quite gonna land the hook on the wall.
Greedy snared up!
Onto Greedy, dives around the corner. The Azir is back. By Azir, I told him the Twitch is back. I'm sorry. He's trying to get the damage onto the Cinder, flashes in, gets the execute, but now maybe executed himself. The ball slam just misses, and Lego Master on the run. But you can see how much damage it takes to finally.
Draven coming in. Look at the Whirling Death.
Whirling Death comes by, gonna hit the Drake, started up, and the Black Death looking for the Jade. Finally picks up a 3rd triple kill as Whirling Death thrown to the Draven.
That's gonna be Infernal Drake coming over.
Yeah, he's helping out the teams. You know what, guys? You've had a rough game. We're 4,000 gold in the lead. I'll help you out. Start up this Drake for you. As they're also going to pick up the Scuttle Crab. So that was a long, extended win for Makoto.
All of that is on Poppy. Out of position. They started a fight.
Oh, yeah.
4v5.
Nautilus came around the corner, grabbed the Draven, immediately into the ultimate, immediately into the last breath from Yasuo. And the fight just went downhill from there. And yet, McRibs still continues to hold on to their several thousand gold lead. Now, they're not growing it. And as the game gets later and later, eventually we will hit a mark when we are at 5 and 6 items, where gold, no matter how far you get, you're just going to have extra gold sitting in your inventory because you're going to be full build. And it's all going to come down to skill position.
Poppy must group with the team. She is the hyper-scaling member of her team right now. Her tankiness is just going to keep increasing, and there's not really anybody who can take her down. I mean, Twitch sort of, but he's not known as a tank killer. He's famous for being able to shred the back line and really kind of ignore the front line with his amazing range out of his ultimate. So there's not many people who are just going to be able to deal with this Poppy. But if she's not in fight, she's dealing with herself.
Right. 1, 1, and 7 on her. Very, very tanky. However,
Debugging
decides to go in Armas decides to fly out, but now Diact over the wall. Just going to join his team
caught
in the
behind
mid
the
lane.
team.
Yes, Yasuo way out of position, but they're going to get a hook onto the Jade play backwards. Just looking for the extra damage. Nice hook on Diact, and not going to lead to too much.
Whoa, that was one auto attack.
Onto the Twitch is just going to lifesteal it off of the minions right back out. Greedy has successfully made it back to join the team. Now 5v5, trying to defend against this push from McRibs in the mid lane. The Yasuo really needs to land a clutch ultimate once again. Hook onto the Gragas.
But nobody cares.
No, nobody really cares. Look at the front line, though. This is a beautiful job. And now onto the 5. Just start the fight a little bit.
Eating the ultimate with the wind wall.
The ace or Assault Battery not going to go down. Now moving in. Greedy, very low health, might be taken out. It is flashing up to the side. Twitch picks up the first kill. And now Sylphite might go down as
But he takes out the Twitch.
Twitch. Can they finish getting these kills down?
Draven, go man mode!
Poppy feels very low, but Dragon's dying. Picks that up. No, the Zir from the deck gets it. And the Sylphite, very low health, does have the loop up for the recall. So you can see the flash from Diak trying to get the auto in. Oh,
Jake with the feel!
More going against the and they're still alive. You cannot kill these tanks from Makoto as they move.
Greedy's in the bot lane, split pushing. He didn't go down in that fight.
He flashed out with very low health, was able to survive, and then headed straight towards the bottom lane, moved in, got one of the turrets. He actually took teleport, we missed it. It's double teleport team, and split pushing picks up one of the second tier turrets in the bottom lane. Also going to pick up red buff. Still no Baron from either team, but that was a crazy fight. The Makoto just edged out a small win with Diak's last second barrel from downtown.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. That team fight was on so many edges right there. And the Baron's going to be started up. I don't know if Team McRibs knows about this, but it looks like Jade is going into check. Are they going to back off?
The hook gonna land. It might execute this threat before he can do much. The slow not gonna land. Forced to flash by coming in. The Nautilus decides he's gonna tank up. Nice knockup trying to slow down Ormas to get the Baron. Gragas picks it up with a smite, but now Ormas very low. Health can move 10 untouched from the sides, and Ormas is still alive. Poppy kills fully engaged upon Gragas picking up that kill. As Greedy now turning all of it on. The Twitch still untouched in the very back of the fight. This game might go to Makoto after all. The flash, the hook. This debugging is nuts as Soulfight gets picked up. The ult not going to finish off Black Death as he squeaks out with 100 health.
Squeaks.
5 members strong with blinking health bars pushed in 2 different ways.
5 members weak.
3 split. Yeah, 5 members weak. But when the other team is all dead, aced, they're not going to be able to defend this one. This could be double inhibitors. It would be very hard.
That's a massive minion wave right there. Now, you do have 3 people coming up in 10 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see if this comes down to it. Greedy is going to look for the inhibitor, and they are going to decide to recall and back off. Not wanting to risk trading all of that and losing the Baron. They just got it. Picked up double inhibitors.
Yeah, that is
a lot of gold.
That is an NFL or what is it?
They were 2,000 gold behind before the Baron fight, and now are 5,000 gold in the league.
That is a national baseball pitcher level of throwing right there.
Quite the curveball.
Yeah. That was a fastball. Lots of speed on that throw.
As Yasuo decides to start up the next Drake, or at least hang around, as it is an Elder Drake spawning shortly in about 30 seconds. Greedy, trying to get a little bit of damage down. Doesn't want to die, but feels pretty confident. Decides to
Jade knocking him over the wall. No, Jade.
Oh, Jade was the one who knocked him back over. Nicely done. They might find out Lego Master. He's super, super tanky, though. Can they get it down? It's going to take all members to deal with damage.
Everyone.
But that ult is down, which is pretty
I think it's a
critical
50-second cooldown
for the next short team fight if they decide to fight around this Elder.
74 seconds.
74 seconds as the Elder Drake is spawning, and red team is going to go ahead and start up. Jade right around the corner, throwing out the hook just right in front of the face of the Elder. They've not started, trying to bait a fight in, knowing that they are stronger at the moment. However, they are burning a lot of this Baron buff that they still have. Decided instead to push this bottom lane out, and it's the only one that still has the inhibitor standing.
If they get a triple inhib right here, the game is pretty much over.
Raven is
Or if they
recalling
pick Drake.
dangerous spot, but just kind of baiting away. You can see their pings from Makoto on the mini map. Just the recall from Raven, it's going to go down. Zero decides to go ahead and create himself a tower. Get it in the backs in case the fight goes the wrong way, but Syndra might get popped down. That's the last breath. Zanyas has been forced. However, they're moving on to the Twitch.
Hold on, they got the
battery.
Twitch.
Might be the last flash with the shield. Azir's gone though, but there is this turret that's going to do damage. The Twitch has gone down. Raven though being picked up immediately afterwards. Yasuo is still alive, untouched. Is just going to crush through, picking up a double kill in that last fight, and now they're going to be able to pick up a third inhibitor of the game, and that might spell the end as the 4,000 gold continues to stack higher. Baron buff on 2. Poppy and Syndra the only 2 left. Going to be difficult to assassinate anyone on this 3-man squad.
Triple inhib, and the game soon to follow. It looks like Makoto's late game scaling is going to be the death of the Big Wigs. Yeah.
I don't think I knew that either.
He's been doing that all day.
That is really nice to read. He's still going to go down. The Ignite taking it away might finish him off. However, I guess the shield kept him alive for a moment longer. He is so low health. But the super
All they have to do is stay in the base.
Baron buff. Daya gonna throw out a barrel. The minions are gonna get debuffed, so the game will drag on for just a moment longer.
I almost would have preferred to see them stick around for just a second more and give the Baron buff to those minions just a moment longer to get a couple of shots down into the Nexus. Because that draws pressure, and if they have to stand with those Baron minions...
To be fair, you do also see this play in that by forcing them to slowly clear those minions and try to defend the base, they got an advantageous recall, and then they're back in time before McRibs can even leave their base. Elder Dragon going down to them, and now they have serious damage.
Serious,
or already serious, but now it's even more serious, as they should be able to 5-man strong just walk it down mid lane. I don't believe they're going to stick around for the Baron, which is still a good, I think, 8 minutes. Oh, there it is. No, 2 minutes. What was it, 8 minutes? 2 minutes. Isn't it 7 minutes total anyway?
The
Baron responds every 7 minutes. There's the ultimate being used immediately into last breath from the Yasuo. Nothing to touch here. There's a nice slow down onto Lego Master, goes down the ultimate, knocking people aside, still goes down to Twitch. The Black Death picking that one up, goes invisible, looking for an assassination, possibly on the Syndra. The hook down onto the Freck. That's who Black Death decides to go for. Does get hooked right back in. Is going to be forcing the flash out of the Freck. The Syndra ult uses the Zanyas, but that is still a living Yasuo, unfazed, untouched, debugging. He actually gets pushed backwards, and the Nexus goes down. Makoto picking up a beautiful win in the second game after an amazing throw turnaround.
Yeah, Team McRib had that in the bag. However, it came down to 2 team fights. One in which Draven just walked in from the side and got killed without dealing any damage. The second one where Poppy was farming top lane for no reason, and they get engaged on 4v5. So those 2 plays right there determined the course of the game, because those were 2 one-team fights, plus the resulting towers, Barons, and the Infernal Drake that ended up going over, and that was the determining factor in the game. So mind your positioning when you're playing League. Being caught top lane or bot lane can really just spell the death of your entire team in the end of the game.
So MVPs, I do have to say, you may disagree with me and veto it, but I do either at least honorable mention, if not MVP, for Jade. Early game, his lanterns and hooks opened up so many opportunities for McRibs, especially in the mid lane, to really come online.
I don't know about him. Let's see.
21 assists.
I don't know about MVP because Silly Fight was really strong.
So honorable mention.
Actually, I think I might give him MVP. I don't give him MVPs to support enough. He had a couple of ridiculously good lanterns.
He just his positioning on those.
To save Syndra and to save his AD carry, plus some clutch hooks, dragging some CS closer to.
Oh, absolutely. very serious thing to do. When your AD carry is in danger mode, danger zone,
Always,
you got to
always drag the CS closer.
I try to drag the CS closer as Blitzcrank, but I end up killing it, and I'm sorry. It's just does a lot of damage.
Shoot, the honorable mention between Poppy Pills and Sulfite. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Sulfite because just because Poppy Pills had one particular fight where he kind of threw. Stepping in from the side rather than pathing around, ended up losing the fight simply because most of their advantage was concentrated into that Draven, and going down without doing more than one auto attack really ended up losing that fight. So I think I'm going to have to give it to Sulfite based on his positioning and his ability to, except for the fact that he was just nomming down those hooks from Nautilus.
I mean, everybody was. Not the same thing with those hooks. 28 assists.
So, and for the winning team, Greedy MVP on the Yasuo, consistently ahead. And you know what? Honorable mention to debugging.
That's exactly
because he was just ridiculous with those hooks. Hitting so many of them. Both supports got into the honorable mentions and the MVPs. Pretty good play out of both of you.
Yeah, well, the other thing I did want to do a shout out for Phantom of Tem playing the very difficult Azir. Had some really good, like that mid lane fight after the two top lane turrets went down. Was able to come into the mid lane fight, pick up a triple kill off of a really good fight, and just those positions that Sam Soldier we talked about at the very beginning of the game. Very, very difficult to play this champion. And Phantom of Tem came in and said maybe he wasn't an absolute expert on it. Still, 954, definitely something to look forward to in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see Phantom of Tem picking up this mid lane, you know that it is serious.
I do have to say that rotation to the top lane, Midnight